G'day, and welcome to another episode of the Wing It podcast.
Number 11.
How good is that?
Legs 11.
Brackets.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's some famous number 11s?
Mitch McGovern.
Yeah, I was going to go John Butcher.
Me, when I played footy.
Were you legs 11?
Yeah, for like a couple of years at Cove.
Oh.
With Bo McQuarrie. Big fan of the podcast, I've heard.
Yeah, huge fan of the podcast I've heard too.
Yeah, good on him. Second in tackling in the AFL right now.
Is he actually?
He's dominating.
Second in tackling?
Yeah, actually
Bullshit.
is. Yeah, dead serious.
Far
Hugh
out.
Greenwood in front of him.
Wow, that's ahead of Tuke Miller and all those players.
Yeah, I'm
that's
pretty sure.
unbelievable. I'm not going to back you in on that at all.
You'll have to look it
It
up.
might be per game. Maybe average per game. I'll give you that.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway. So another episode, another week. I'm sure you're very happy that we're back.
Yes.
But no, we got a really exciting episode today. There was just a whirlwind of a week last week.
It was a great week of footy.
Yeah, it was a ripper week. I really enjoyed it. Didn't go too well in the tipping. Took a couple of...
Don't think many people did.
Yeah, not many people did, but not many people did the 2 weeks before that, and I did, so...
Yeah, if you followed my tips last week, we actually had a very good week.
Really?
Tipped Tigers, tipped Gold Coast, all against you. No one else did.
Yeah, there you go. How good's that?
Not bad.
Proud of you, mate.
Thanks, guys.
But no, so yeah, today we're just going to cover the usual. We'll go over the review of last week, last round. We'll go through our players of the week. Remembering again, that's a 3-week streak now.
It's a trifecta now.
How good is that? And then our preview for the next week. And obviously Matt's multi making another appearance with a bit of a switch up this week.
You've got to try any winning method now.
Bit different, so really excited for that one.
Last week was unlosable, wasn't it? That was a really good one.
That was really upsetting last week. We'll
How
get
many
into
legs
that. But
did you get?
one. Anyway, and then we'll go on to our hot wings. So yeah, some really exciting stuff this week. But no, Cam, kick us off with the round 7 review.
Well, the Friday night, Friday night.
Friday night.
Tigers and the Dogs. Dogs came out the gates early. I think we all thought it was over by half time, the way the Dogs were looking. Tigers looked a little bit lethargic. Tom Lynch couldn't kick. His confidence was on the floor.
Couldn't hit the side of a barn door, that fella.
No, it was ugly. He was taking marks beautifully.
Yeah, he was clunking them.
Boy, he was missing from 15 out and 40 out. He could not kick through the ball. He was just, he was in his head, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was spewing. I was all over him for most goals.
Yes, as was I. And he should have had it. I think he still...
He didn't get it.
No, he didn't. No,
I think Norton had 4 in the end.
Yeah, he might have,
and Tom Lynch kicked 3 goals, 5. So I was pretty upset about that one because he was all over it, as I said he would be. And yeah, just was nowhere. But geez, the Tigers are unbelievable, aren't they? Just year after year.
You can never write them off.
Do you know what I like? Do you know what I like in this too?
What?
The Port game a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
No Dusty, no Rewell, no.
I think we mentioned this last week.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and against like the new powerhouse team.
Yep.
And they go out and they just pump them. Yep. So, it was a really impressive win, and they probably should have ended up winning by a little bit more. Luke Beveridge wasn't too happy in the press conference because he was saying they were very lucky. They had 57 inside 50s and they scored 77 points. So he said they were very lucky, but he sort of sugarcoated that a little bit because they had 22 shots on goal. So yeah, it wasn't actually that good of a defensive performance from the Bulldogs.
No.
But that was my sort of query with them is they've got no real key defender.
No, they don't. Alex Keith is a great interceptor.
Yeah.
But do they have anyone in that team that can really lock someone down one-on-one?
Yeah, they got like Gardner, Cordy, Bailey Williams.
I can't trust any of those one-on-one.
No, not against players like Rewalt and Lynch.
No, you go against any sort of two-pronged attack. Yeah. It's going to be trouble. Even if you look at Port Adelaide, for example, like with Dixon and Marshall, you look at Melbourne when you get Georgiades. Look at Melbourne when you get Ben Brown and Wiedemann playing, and that doesn't include the players you've got playing now in your forward line.
And Tom McDonald.
And they're the teams you've got to beat at the moment. Like that's looking like the top 4 right now.
Yeah, exactly. And even Brisbane as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Danaher and Hipwood. So you need at least one key defender at minimum that can lock up one. And if you don't have one, then you're in trouble. And I think Bulldogs don't. Yeah,
like the only team that I can think of off the top of my head that they've beaten with great key forwards is the Lions.
Yeah.
But that was in Ballarat when the wind was horrendous.
Yeah, that was definitely a game where small ball winners won the game.
Yeah.
And there's no better brigade in the AFL than Bulldogs ball winners.
Exactly right.
I don't read much into that form at all.
No.
I think I don't want to write them off after one loss against Brisbane.
Of course not.
But I think we are overhyping them. Like everyone's thinking, they're the grand final team.
Yeah.
I think Lloydie had them up in the grand final against Port as his tips the other week. They're going to be a top 4 side.
Yep.
But I think we need to pump the brakes. Let's really see. They've had a pretty cruisy run.
Yeah, they definitely have.
And let's see how they go against teams with actually tour defense. And they've got a tough schedule coming up. I know they play Port in a couple of weeks. They've just had Richmond.
Play the Demons in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so let's see how good... They got a month to prove themselves now. If they come out of this month 2-2, then I'd be like, you know what? fair call.
Impressed, yeah.
But if they go negative, then we'll see how good they are at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think they're going to find it really difficult to come up against those big teams in the finals and really struggle unless what I'm thinking. Tim English has been huge going forward this season.
Yeah, that was an out. That was a bigger out than we thought.
Exactly, but I think he's going to need the capabilities to go back to be that tall key defender.
Kind of like what Max Gawn does when he drops, well, not key defender, but come back and drop in, be the intercept marker.
Like a Max Gawn, you've got like McAvoy do that. So I think it's going to be really important for him to add that string to his bow.
And I think he should be able to do it because
definitely. He's a great contested mark.
He is. So. He's a really good mark. And Stefan Mahn's taking away that rucking duties as much. So he's not going to be as gassed. Exactly. He should be able to do that. So, good point. That could be he could be the real, what's the word I'm after? Secret, what's the word I'm after? Hidden something or other?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly right.
Rate that. But, yet again, Tigers, they're a team to beat, and I think we need to stop thinking that they ever aren't, because they always are.
They're the measuring stick, and they always have been for the last sort of 4 years. So
this last thing, no Dusty, no Prestia,
no Kane Lambert,
and no Cochin for half the game.
Yep, and no Vlosten that game either.
No, and I think even McIntosh could have been out, or he might have been back. But regardless, it's a very impressive win.
Yeah, it is. And then this week they get they get Dusty and Nick Vlosten back.
That's huge.
Massive.
That's premiership players. So
exactly.
We'll see. Anyway, I think Tigers are back on track. No worries. Move on to the next game. We split the votes in our tips last week in both these games.
Yeah.
I came out 2-0. You came out 0-2.
Impressed.
But anyway,
are you top of the tipping competition by 6 points or me?
No, because apparently someone changed my tip to North Melbourne over Melbourne. Anyway,
that's not true.
Gold Coast come out and beat Collingwood, which I thought they would at the G, in a very impressive win. I think this game speaks more of Collingwood than Gold Coast, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't want to take too much away from Gold Coast because it was a very good win. I guarantee they've only won maybe 2 or 3 games at the G.
Yeah,
they only play there once a year, so if that could be their first win for all I know.
It was 8 players' debut at the G.
It's nuts.
Massive.
So, but this speaks volume of Collingwood. Oh, their lowest attendance at the MCG in 30 years for a home game. I think 1980. Second lowest ever.
Yeah.
Fuck. 1985 or something was the last time a game was that low. That's embarrassing. Bucks' seat is burning.
Mate, your hot wing from weeks gone by is really just turning up.
I'm surprised he's still there.
I'm shocked. The fact that he's either not gone or doesn't have a new contract,
I
don't understand it. Because if they believed in him to keep him around, why don't just offer him a contract now, get rid of all the drama, makes it easier on your players and him.
Or if you don't believe in him, get rid of him now. I think exactly. You're better off throwing someone in the deep end now, because how many times have we seen mid-season sackings and the team actually turn around a little bit?
Yeah,
they always win that first game with their new coach because it's like, we've got something to prove, and why not?
Like what happened with Heath Shaw?
Yes,
not Heath Shaw, Reece Shaw. Sorry,
yes,
a couple of years ago with North Melbourne
came great.
In and they went like
4-0. I want to say
4-0, and then they won like 6 of their first 9 or something.
And just give someone some experience. Why not?
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But no, I don't want it to be a Collingwood world of hurt for me.
Yeah, definitely. It's really looking dangerous for them, and they're not making finals this year by any means. So,
I think they're bottom 4.
Yeah, they honestly might be, and they're going to pay a lot to get Nick Dacos next year as well.
Yeah,
they're going to have to pay up for that. So
they're looking. Yeah. Anyway, it sucks to be a Collingwood fan, but great win for Gold Coast.
Yeah, I want to talk more about Gold Coast. So I didn't tip Gold Coast in this because I said that I thought Grundy would have a huge game. Kind
of underwhelming, wasn't it?
Oh, he's not dominating like he should against Burgess, who's like a 2-year player and he's a forward.
Just a forward/defender/tall man.
Yeah, exactly. just a big body, and he can't, as one of the premier rucks in the competition.
The highest paid.
Yeah, exactly. He can't even go up against someone of that stature. And yeah, it was a shocking display from everyone. And honestly, I don't think any of the players want Bucks in.
No, I think they've lost complete faith in him.
Yeah, because they'd be playing their life out for him, but their pressure is like the lowest in the league right now. So
and they give up more uncontested pill than anyone. Obviously, I've been betting on it the last couple of weeks. Whoever has Collingwood, just get on most touches. Whoever takes uncontested marks.
Yeah.
Brandon Ellis goes and takes 15 of them.
Ridiculous.
And has 35 touches and just goes bananas.
169 Dream Team points.
That's the second biggest we've had all year.
Massive.
If Brandon Ellis is doing that to you, shit, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Brandon Ellis.
No.
But he should be damaging you like that.
But when you come up against the big boys, it's game over.
Is it ever? Yeah. So Collingwood, world of hurt. Don't think it's going to get any better from here on out for them either.
Definitely not.
I think this. They got North Melbourne this week. This is their reprieve.
If they go 1-7, I wouldn't be shocked.
I'm sorry, if they lose to North Melbourne, then Bucks has to be gone.
Yeah.
I think this is if they win this game, which they should.
Yeah.
I think they will. He gets a few more weeks up his sleeve.
Yeah.
But if they lose to North, that's got to be done, doesn't it? The fat lady's got to be screaming.
If they beat North, I'll save them a hot week. But if they beat North, big things to come for Collingwood. Heard it here first.
Interesting.
But I want to talk about the Suns a little bit. So you had Brandon Ellis, Took Miller, Will Power, Jack Bowes all just dominate on the weekend. And it was great to see. You even had Corbett stood up.
Yep, Corbett, very, very good game.
So he's a...
All in the second half too.
Yeah.
I believe it was on the third or the fourth. I think it was the fourth.
Fourth quarter, he had like 2 goals late.
Yeah.
But played really well regardless.
Great.
Absolutely dominated whoever he was on. I think it was Braden Maynard. Just gave him a bath.
He's having a shocking season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's really fallen off. But no, so yeah, Corbett, huge shout out to him. He's been it's been a hard slog to get to the league for him.
Yeah.
He's been in the VFL for a few years, just slogging away. So, and another player alongside him in this game, Brody Mychak actually slogged away in the VFL for a long time.
Played very good. Played probably the best on ground for Collingwood.
Yeah, had 24 touches and had plenty of the appeal, and yeah, did really well. So just shows you just keep going at your local league, whatever, you can make that.
There's hope for you left.
That's why I keep going, mate.
Oh, God. Anyway, but yes, moving on.
Probably too much talk about us.
Yeah, far too much talk about Gold Coast and Collingwood. Although, last thing, would have been handy having Darcy Moore in defence, wouldn't it? Anyway.
Big time.
Crows and Giants. We called this one, both of us, pretty confidently, saying the purple patch is over for the Crom, and it is well and truly over.
It's done.
4 goals for the game. They went, I think, what did they kick against Hawthorn?
16-3.
And they swapped it around 4-15 this week.
Shocking.
And that doesn't actually mean anything.
No.
Even if they kicked the same as they did last week, I still think they would have lost this game.
Yeah. The Giants should have put them to the sword.
31 scoring shots for Giants.
Yeah. Again, early, the Giants were just not clinical in front of goal and really were letting them in. Apparently, it was a huge gust. I didn't actually watch the game.
Yes, I did watch the game. There was a huge gust down the hillside.
Yeah.
But regardless, Giants managed to kick 15.
Yeah, they just pumped the life out of him.
Jesse Hogan looked good.
Great performances from Jesse Hogan.
Yeah.
You had Lockie Whitfield coming back and
I thought he needed
3 quarters.
I thought he needed a week or two. I was like, you know what? I think about him in fantasy, but I think he needs a week or two.
Ridiculous. Comes in off the half forward / wing. Maybe that's his new role since Lockie Ashley's gone back back on the half back. But oh my gosh, this man is just an absolute freak.
He's awesome.
We knew he was a freak, but coming back after being out for
with a serious mental physical issue, not an injury, but I think his liver or whatever it was,
debilitating, completely
struggling to breathe.
Yeah,
then he comes back and does
30 touches in 3 quarters.
Unbelievable.
But Tim Taranto, wow,
he's really
putting
good.
together a great season. I tell you what, with Cornelio out the side,
I agree. I think Giants finally are getting everything back together now, and I think Josh Kelly's with Whitfield back frees him up a lot. And Josh Kelly can get back to his best. And I think if you're a fantasy owner that has Ash or Cummings, Isaac Cummings, I think I'll be jumping off now. Yeah. Because I think that's their time's done. Because Whitfield's going to take up all those kick around the backs.
You think he's going to come back for it? He's not going to stay on the wing?
No, regardless, it's Whitfield. He could start forward pocket and he'll end up taking those marks in the back pocket, like he does for Josh Kelly. So I think if you're on Cumming or Ash, the fun's over. They're done now. But GWS, they might just not be that we wrote them off. Yeah. We had them on. We wrote them off. We had him back on again.
And we jumped back on at the right time, didn't we?
I think we did. So, but last thing about that game, Crom looked depleted. They looked tired. They looked weak. Their game plan looked shocking.
Oh,
the purple patch is well and truly over.
It's like a completely different team to what it was weeks gone by.
Oh,
I don't know what.
I think we all thought that it was going to slow down.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect it to slow down with a 11 goal loss at home.
No, but
a weak GWS team.
Big shout out to Ben Keys, who's continuing to dominate.
He's having a great season.
He's tearing up, even with the Crows going down in form. He's one that's really keeping the head above water with the team. So impressive stuff.
No. Now on to the next game. We've said pretty comfortably Saints will win this game, and they did exactly that. Let's not spend too much time on this, but Saints got the job done against a pretty average Hawks side.
Yeah, as I said, the key for was to have a day out, and they did, because I didn't really see Hawthorn stopping any key forwards. They've just got no big bodies up back, and the Saints just absolutely pumped them in the first half, and sort of continued in the second half, but even more so in the first half. The bloody Hawks didn't even kick a goal in the first quarter. But yeah, Zachy Jones. Oh my god.
He pulled that one out of his ass, didn't he?
Yeah, 37 touches, just
Best on ground.
2 goals, dominated.
He was huge.
Well, him and Bradley Hill having that bit of argy-bargy at training really...
Fired them both up.
Yeah, fired them both up big time.
Bradley Hill had a big game too.
Yep,
but
exactly.
I don't read... I think if you're looking at it as a fantasy owner or a betting perspective, I don't read any form lines into this game.
No.
Like Brad Crouch had, I think, 30-odd touches, back 100 DT, Brad Hill, Jones. I wouldn't be shocked if they all combine for 20 touches next week.
Yeah, not wrong.
Or this week. So form lines means nothing into me.
Yeah.
They had to win.
Yeah, they had to win. Good win at Marvel. That's about it.
Now, the next game is obviously a bit of a stinker for...
Give you the floor, mate.
My Port. Yeah, we got flogged by 50 points, 49 exactly, to the Lions. Yeah, it's exactly the same. I'm not going to say too much on it because it's just repeating myself from the West Coast game, really. Came out flat and it was over by half time. Yeah, just came out flat and we deserve these flat track bully comments right now. Then again, we have beaten Richmond. But regardless, I understand it. But yeah, I don't even know much to say. I mean, the only positive I can take from this is we had a reality check before a showdown. So poor Crows, we're probably going to beat them by 100 points. Yeah. But no, really disappointing. We showed nothing. We showed no heart, no spirit, no toughness. Dixon couldn't catch a cold out there.
No, it was ridiculous.
A really poor game from Dixon. But the entries weren't great at all. But in that second half, the entries were coming in fine. And he was quite literally, like, one where he finally got in front of Andrews, straight out of his face, and he's just clumped it straight through his hands. Yeah. He shouldn't be I'm sorry. His hands can eat the ball. Yeah. He should be picking that up with one hand. We've seen him do it.
He can, yeah.
I'm sure it was raining and it's dewy and I know it's hard to play in Brisbane. Yeah. But really disappointing game. But I guess our only 2 losses so far are, I said it last week, two of the three hardest games you can have. Away in Perth and away in Brisbane.
My query with it is, how much of a mental toll is this going to take on the team? Because now they may be thinking, all right, we've won at home. We didn't win in Perth and we haven't won in the Gabba. No. We won at the MCG against a Carlton team, which isn't looking like an impressive win right now.
No, form line looks pretty average from that.
Are the heads dropping around when you've got an away game and you're thinking, oh, geez, we've not played well away from home. Can we do it?
I don't think so just yet. I don't think so because we look at it. We beat Carlton away, and that was still a decent enough win. The form line doesn't look amazing, clearly. Yeah. But I still think they're two of the 3 hardest games you can have is the away games we've lost. Yeah. Flying to Perth and flying to Brisbane, especially when it's humid and pissing down in Brisbane.
But you need to win them.
I understand. I'm not making excuses, but I don't think we're dropping heads yet. Unless we drop a game away to like a Fremantle or we drop an away game to GWS, then I'll be like, oh, right, okay.
I think that's all it's going to take.
And you're right, we are tantalisingly close to it. Yeah. But I don't think we're dropping heads just yet. I think we'll come back and we'll flog Crows and that will pick it up a bit more. I'm not sure we've got in 2 weeks away, but I'm not...
Collingwood?
I'm not reading into it too much just yet. In round 9, we take on... at home for the Doggies. At home, yeah. So our next away game, I believe, is Collingwood at the G. So, yes, it's a Collingwood at the G, and I think we'll win that. So, I guess that could be the nice pick-me-up we needed.
Yeah,
so,
it might be, yeah.
But, no, fair comments. We deserve the flat track bully comment right now.
Definitely.
Moving on.
The next game, very, very controversial this one. Sydney versus Geelong.
Yes. What a game that was.
It was a cracking game, wasn't it? I remember we were at quarter time because obviously leg 2 of Matt's multi was Geelong at the line, which I actually wasn't that sure about. Don't know why I put it in there.
Yeah, you didn't like it, anyway.
Yeah, not really. And yeah, they were up, 34, 35 points at quarter time. And Cam's like, yeah, nah, it's my sure bet. They'll win by 40, win by 60, easy.
I thought Cats by 50, 60.
And for some reason, I was feeling really uneasy about it. I don't know why. And far out, did they come back? Oh, Tom Papley, what a goal to win it.
Awesome goal. Awesome celebration.
I don't know about to win it.
Oh, you won it. Yeah, 100%.
It was sort of to win it.
It was to win it.
It was more the fact that the umpire's decision made them win it.
Who cares? I never read into that. I never read into this umpire shit. It play on. Stop moping about it. It happens every week. Yeah. You get some your way, you get some the other way. If Geelong are moping about that, they should shut up about the Brisbane game then, shouldn't they?
And it's like if the umpires came out and said, oh, geez, Jeremy Cameron, he missed a goal. Is this serious? He made a mistake. He missed a goal.
Exactly.
Umpires are like you and I, even though I get into them more than most. Umpires are like you and I. They make mistakes. I'm not out there on the footy field hitting every target on the chest, so they're not going to be making every call right. No. But the controversy is going to stain deep with the Geelong fans because they're all whingers.
Yeah.
Like Joel Taylor.
100%.
But no, Geelong just kicked themselves out of this game.
That's like 16 behinds. They lost the game themselves. And if they want to whinge about umpiring, then give Brisbane 4 points.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I see nothing about that. I think really impressive from Sydney, and they're depleted.
Yeah.
So maybe Sydney are actually back. I was ready to write them off.
Yeah, so was I. I thought it was just a purple patch like the Crows.
Like the Crows. I think they have more class than the Crows, and they do.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what I thought. They have far deeper class than the Crows. So Crows was a genuine purple patch. Sydney, do I think they're a top 8 side? I think they can sneak in 8, 7. I think.
I still don't think they can.
But I'm being very optimistic, 7 or 8 here. But I wouldn't lock them in. But they've probably got enough class they can do it, and they're well coached.
Well, I said at the start of the season, I'll say it again, they're a really hard team to beat. I don't think they're going to be making finals, but they're never going to be just an easy run. So, but the next game,
you're gonna have the floor, mate. And if you put too much sun up your ass for this game, I'll be disappointed.
7-0, unbelievable, easy win. Knew you would win. No, to be honest, I wasn't nervous at all. Like I knew we would win. But I said last week, if it was at Marvel, 100 plus, easily. And I still stick to that. We would have won that 100 plus. But at Blundstone Arena, North know how to play there, and North is our hoodoo team. So I knew it was going to be a close game. 30 points in the end. It was actually much closer contest than that.
Yeah.
Because in the first half, they were pumping us with the pressure.
They were.
We're the best pressure side right now, and we just weren't providing any pressure at all, especially in the front half. Like, we are the best team for tackles inside 50.
Yeah.
And that round, we're the worst. So, yeah, absolutely shocking. Ben Brown, really disappointing. He knows the oval. He's played it very well, so no really excuses there. All he got was a soccer on the line and then a free kick, which shouldn't have been a free kick because it was just good defending, and he done exactly the same thing. Whoever was on him, I think it was Walker, had done the same thing like 5 times before to him, and he was getting great entries right to him. Bloke was just slow, and I just don't think he fits our game style right now with the fitness he's in.
Yeah.
Because we're just high pressure right now in the forward line, tackles in the forward line, and he didn't lay 1 tackle. He had 1 pressure act, and 2 sort of easy goals. So I'm not very optimistic about Ben Brown being in our best 22 even this year.
Far out.
Honestly. But get someone like Sam Wiedemann in, and you get Ben Brown in the VFL for a few more weeks until he's fully fit. And can run around and be sort of zippier than he is. But it's just not working with our forward line at the moment with the condition he's in. But get Wiedemann in, and I think we're going to be firing this weekend if we do get Wiedemann in. But we'll have to wait and see. And obviously, all the prayers to Adam Tomlinson as well.
Yeah.
Went down in the first quarter.
That was actually heartbreaking to watch. That was really hard to watch.
It was shocking. Like he's copped it probably more than most Demons since he's got to the club. Because he was a big sort of move and promised a lot, but didn't really come to fruition when he was playing on the wing.
Not yet, no.
And he actually put his hand up, to be fair to him, to Simon Goodwin and said, look, mate, my role's not working. Put me in the back line. I can play there. He's been a really important key backman for us this year as well. So, yeah, prayers go out to him, and hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. Obviously, an ACL is like the season done. But yeah, all the best to Adam Tomlinson. But hey, good win for the boys. You need to win these sort of harder games, even if it's against shit sides. But yeah, on to the next week, and let's try and go 8-0.
No, I won't say much more, but good teams win games they're not supposed to win.
Exactly.
So, and it doesn't matter who you're playing, whether they're a team on top or bottom. Sometimes you have bad days. Melbourne couldn't have played worse for 3 quarters of that game, and you still won by 30. So, North, though, did look nice.
Yeah, they looked alright.
Moving on, Essendon and Carlton, we split tips on this one as well.
Yep.
Blues won it for me. I did tip Blues, you went Bombers.
Did I?
Yeah, because you said you couldn't take the Blues.
No.
No, you did go Blues, did you?
Yeah, I tipped him in tipping. I don't know what I said on the podcast.
Oh, rightio. But anyway, regardless, Blues won.
I tipped the Blues, yeah.
No, did you?
I definitely did.
Blues won. I wasn't confident on this tip, but they did it. So, Essendon are just hit and miss, and so are Carlton. So,
no, I think what I said last week was Essendon played their grand final
last
week.
True.
So I just didn't think, no matter who it was against, I thought Essendon wouldn't really win.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they were pretty unlucky not to win. Yeah. Carlton were actually really shit in this game.
And their straight kicking saved them, 19-9.
Yeah,
very, very good
time.
kicking.
Harry Mackay stepped up again.
Yeah.
A couple of players really played amazing, like Sam Walsh. Do you know what he's a serious shout for?
Brownlow.
Brownlow.
Yeah, 100%.
Honestly, like no one's speaking about it.
No.
Cripps polled well in the Brownlow when they won, what, 1 game, 2 games?
Something like that.
Polled really well. Now they're winning games. Stan Walsh is best on ground every time they win, if it's not Harry Mackay.
I have to disagree, but I understand what you're saying, yeah. I just think he looks like... He's played like a Zach Merritt. It's Zach Merritt's a poll.
I don't know if I agree. But I think he's playing really well, and I'm very impressed with him. And I'll just be keen to see where he polls. I won't bet on it.
No, I'll be interested to see.
I won't look too much into him winning, but I'm really keen to see where he polls, because I think he will poll well.
And if he polls well this season, then he's looking towards him as a future Brownlow medalist for sure. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Last game of the round, we definitely split tips on this one.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
I said West Coast, and I couldn't believe you went Freo, and I stick to that. Freo just didn't come to play after half-time.
Yeah, well, they held it out like before half-time. They were down about 10 points at half-time.
Dare I say they were up for a bit too, but
yeah. They were,
shocking.
yeah. They were playing really well, the Dockers, but yeah, I reckon they scored about, maybe 15 points after half-time, to be honest.
Not much.
It was shocking. So
And West Coast piled it on. Tim Kelly, best game in his blue and yellow.
Yeah. West Coast just proving flat track bullies in Perth. They'll win easy. Don't read much into it.
I don't read much into it either.
This year, you know what I think I'm going to do for the rest of the year? Because I hate tipping West Coast games so much.
What?
When they're at home, tip them.
Yeah.
When they're not at home, tip against them. Don't care
That's
who it's
it. Yeah, enough. And I don't know.
North Melbourne and Marvel. Huh.
Yeah, no, I don't mind that either. I don't mind that.
Honestly, do not trust them away from home.
No, I can't. I'm not trusting them much either.
St Kilda beat them away from home. Look at St Kilda.
Yeah, and they were up in that game too.
Exactly.
So that shows.
They're up like 40 points.
I think the main takeaway from this game is I thought Fremantle were better than that.
Yeah, as did I. 4-2 start. But when you look back on it now, it's a bit of an easy start. Like, it was a bit of a cakewalk, to be fair. And the 2 games they lost to Carlton and
well, if you got this.
Gold Coast.
Yep.
I believe.
Did they win 4?
Yeah, 4-2. They were 4-2.
Wow.
So if they went to 5-2, it would have been impressive. But 4-3 looks a little bit less so, especially with the games they've lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, West Coast
They've lost
flat track
them
bullies, and now West Coast are gonna have to leave Perth. Sucked in for them. Can't stand them.
Oh god.
They can bugger off.
Moving on. Okay, on to our players of the week for round 7. My player of the week was Will Power.
Congratulations, Will Power.
Congratulations, Will Power. Good round of
TikTok
applause.
star.
Yeah, well done, Will Power. Will Power's my player of the week.
Big fans of Will Power here.
Yep.
Great runner.
Yeah, really good runner. And he showcased that on the weekend. We say our winged player of the week is always your players they aren't your run-of-the-mill best on grounds. We try to look
like
around.
in that game, Ellis
was
Miller,
the best on ground for me. And then Took Miller's my second. And I had Will Power third, so he's my player of the week.
Fantastic.
Every time they went out of defence, he was a man that they put the ball into the hands of pretty well.
Yeah.
To, out of the back flanks for the switches. It was nearly always him or Ellis. 88 fantasy points, 10 marks, 20 odd touches, really solid game from Power. And especially in that first half, he was really influential when the game was still tight. So he's a winger player of the week for me. Congratulations, Will Power.
Congrats, mate.
Moving on to yours, Dogger.
My winger player of the week. He played on Friday night and he played an absolute blinder. Nearly took the best grabber of the season.
Yes, he
Probably
did.
the best grabber I've seen in the last couple of years, to be honest. But that's Shea Bolton. So well done to you, mate.
When I say Bolton.
Big fan of Shea Bolton. When Dusty's out of the team, they just play him exactly like Dusty.
He's really good.
Slot him right in there. I'm not saying he's good as Dusty.
No.
But he plays that role so well.
He's really good.
Deep forward. He can take a grab. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the size of the defender is.
No.
He can either shake him on the ground or take him in the air. Very impressive stuff. And then, you chuck him in the midfield and the bloke can rack up the touches. Only had the 22 touches, but
big touches.
impactful touches.
Like Dust demand touches.
Like what we said with Liam Baker, I nearly had Liam Baker as my player of the week.
Yeah.
Blake had 15 touches and 1 goal in a new position. So he's playing that sort of high half forward. Wow, just
The most impactful 15 touches you're seeing.
absolutely. Like he was. If I had voted the game, he probably would have been best. Like Cochin or him would have been best on.
Yeah.
But no, Shea Bolton right up there as well. Had 3 snags while he was at it. And absolutely tore up. So big shout out to Shea Bolton. Congratulations, mate.
Well done, Shea Bolton. And last thing on Shea Bolton, I think I'd like to see him this week with Darcy back in the team.
Yeah.
Potential fantasy pickup.
Yeah, I was
Under
thinking
600k.
because I think him and Dusty might just switch the Dusty role.
Maybe Dusty goes forward and Shea Bolton just plays the Dusty role in midfield. Maybe they just switch it around.
That's what I'm meaning.
Yeah.
One starts forward,
That's
one
what I'm
starts
thinking.
midfield, and they just swap.
And I like Shea Bolton kicking 3 goals in that role.
Yeah,
and then getting
100%.
20 touches when he's on the ball.
Easily.
So, fair, cool.
Yeah, definitely look out for that, fantasy players.
Moving on to next week, Friday night, Tigers and the Cats. This is going to be a great game, I think. Dusty's back. Cats have to win.
Yeah.
Who are you tipping this game, Dogger?
Or I want to say the Cats.
Yeah, and you think they would respond?
I honestly want to say the Cats. Nah, I'm going to say the Cats. I think the Cats are going to win.
Is this at the G?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Grand final rematch.
I didn't even think of that.
And Geelong are going to be out for it. Yeah. Adam Scott has proved already this season he is fired up for any round to go.
Yeah, he's pissed off.
Like against Brisbane, he was there at half time. He was getting into him. Oh, I reckon it's going to be a ripper game. But, I'm going to take the Cats in this one.
So am I.
Really?
So am I.
You're a kid. I hate the Cats, though.
So I love the Cats. I'm with you. I Dusty back in the team. I think I would go Richmond. I mean, I tipped them to beat Bulldogs last week. So I should
no Dusty.
No, and I'm going against them with Dusty. I just think that they got that win because Richmond had to get that win and they've proven, hey guys, we're still the benchmark here. Cochin out for the entirety of the game now. Collier Dawkins will have to play that whole Cochin role.
Yeah.
Dusty Mack back is obviously huge, but I think Geelong have something to prove.
Yeah.
The grand final, that's going to be bitter taste in their mouth. That's the revenge game, isn't it? The revenge game.
I love it, the revenge game.
So I'm taking the Cats here, and I'm taking Cats a line, or whatever the line is. I think Richmond will be favourites. But I'll be taking Geelong by about 20-odd points. I'd take them comfortably. Yep. I'll be tipping them by 24, I reckon. I think they can win this game pretty well. I think this game will be over by half-time, and Geelong are going to be pissed.
Yeah.
And so they should be. And I think Jeremy Cameron's had a couple more games now to get his feel, and they should be winning this. No Dangerfield, obviously, is huge.
Yeah.
But I think Cats will pull this game out.
I reckon get on Jeremy Cameron most goals.
Love that.
Mitch Duncan most uncontested ball.
And they give it up.
They give up uncontested pill like no one's
That
business.
should be your Matt's multi. But anyway, that's great.
He's going to be running around everywhere. Might be a sneak peek to Matt's multi.
Maybe. Duncan and Cameron. Most goals, most targets. Love it.
Get on it.
Next game for the round. Saturday afternoon. Giants and Essendon. Real quick, I'll be taking the Giants at home.
I'll be taking the Giants at home. As we said, Giants home means nothing.
Nope.
I think Essendon are a shit team.
Yep.
This is always a good game though.
Yep.
I wouldn't go against Essendon line because last year Giants won by 1 point.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that. Great game. I'll be taking the Giants here. They've showed a lot of class recently, so I think they're going to string together another win. It would be really impressive to see them do that. So,
Giants by 30 for me.
30? Oh, interesting.
Essendon beat Collingwood, and that's what they've really beaten so far. And look at that form line.
Look at that form line, exactly right.
Moving
on.
It was
Anzac Day, which is always big. So.
Yep. Gold Coast Saints. This should actually be a really good game. I mean, the odds are $1.80 a piece last time I checked, or $1.80 to $2. I'm going to back in my Suns.
I'm going the Saints in this one.
Oh, we split a tip.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm only going because where it's being played.
I think the betting's $1.90 each.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a hard one to pick.
If it was in Marvel, I'll tip Saints.
Yeah.
But it's in Gold Coast, and I'm going to tip Gold Coast. I think they've found some form now. I know Collingwood form line we just said is nothing you can read into it, but neither's Hawthorn.
Yeah, very true.
So I think Gold Coast, I think they do it right. And the fact that I don't like St Kilda's tall defence at all.
Yeah.
Like they have no key defenders that I trust at all.
Highmore back in?
Highmore potentially, 30-odd touches and 10 or 12 marks in the VFL. But then again, he's an intercept. So there's no one, I don't think they can stop Ben King. Yeah. And the new found Corbett.
Yeah, Corbett's unreal.
He's filling that Sam Day role. He's been injured all year. So I think Gold Coast, I'll be taking Gold Coast a line. I think, like I said, it'll only be about a point or two, but Gold Coast.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be taking the Saints in this one for sure. After what I saw in that Hawthorn game, I know the form line looks pretty shitty. But I really think the Saints are going to come into their own the next few weeks. I haven't actually looked at their schedule, but the next few weeks, I think they're going to really prove to a lot of people that they're still in it and end up making the 8, I reckon. They've got some fire lit under them. Yeah, they've got some fire lit under them at the moment. I'm pretty keen on them to win this one, even though it's at Metricon.
I like it, but I thought that before the Port Adelaide game, and then I've lost hope since then. Yeah, but like it cool. North and Pies.
I know what you're going to do here.
I'm taking North Melbourne.
I knew you'd do it.
I'm taking North Melbourne.
Well, you took them last week, so...
I'm taking North Melbourne's line because they're plus 20 odd last time I checked. They're just ridiculous for me. But I'm taking North Melbourne to win this game.
Yep.
Now, we've said it numerous times. Collingwood should bounce back. They have too much top-end talent to not bounce back and win this game. However, there's bouncing back, and then there's just you're actually in so much of a rut and you're that shit of a team that there's no more bouncing back.
Yeah.
Their heads are in the sand. Yeah. There's no more bouncing back when you've lost 5 in a row like this, whatever it is. The last one they beat was Carlton.
Yeah, exactly. Which is not looking good either.
No, so. Collingwood suck.
Yeah.
And North Melbourne showed me enough against Melbourne that I think, you know what? They're really hungry, and North Melbourne are going to win a game eventually. They're not going 0-22. No. That doesn't happen. Just like Melbourne won't go 22-0 or 23. How many games are this year? 23, I think.
22.
Okay.
23 rounds.
23.
23 rounds.
Yeah.
Everyone has a bye.
22
games.
Anyway, moving on. But yes, North Melbourne, I think, will beat Collingwood.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm that far ahead in tipping. I might just take North Melbourne because I think they're peaking at the right time right now. So against the Demons, that first half, if they play like that the whole game,
Really good.
they would have won. Easy. Like, they would have bet us by 20 points or so. So the fact that Collingwood is not just in, as you said, just in the rut of all ruts at the moment.
No
and
confidence.
I think North Melbourne are just peaking at the right point, that they've got to get a win soon. And I think it could definitely be this weekend. In Marvel, I think Aaron Hall's going to take the piss.
Yeah.
Aaron Hall for like 35 touches.
Uncontested marks.
Yeah.
I think Zeeble might go 170 again.
Him, Zeeble, for plenty of the pill. And yeah, I think North Melbourne will win. So.
And what does a team that doesn't what does a team not want when they're in a rut? They don't want tough games.
Exactly.
Cunnington, tough.
Yeah.
They're shin boners. That's what they call themselves. And I guarantee you, Fagan's been trying to put that into that team. Noble, sorry.
Yeah.
Noble's trying to instill that we are supposed to be a tough physical team, and they played tough against you boys.
They did. They provided plenty of pressure, and that's what Collingwood don't like at the moment. Pressure. So Gold Coast, nowhere near the talent of Collingwood.
No.
Pumped them because they provide all that pressure.
At the G.
And that's all North Melbourne will do. They don't need the talent. They don't have a talented list. They don't need it.
No.
Because they're just going to provide pressure and just pump them. So.
And what do they do? Their best player chucked him forward and lost all his confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on.
So.
Melbourne and Swans. I'll let you have this one first. It's going to be a ripper game, I think.
It will be a really good game. I'll be tuning into this one instead of the showdown. I know you won't be. But no, for this game, it's going to really test my heart rate. I'm going to have to get the heart rate monitor going just to make sure I don't go over, so I can turn the telly off. So when it hits like 190 beats per minute, I can just turn the telly off automatically. So, I'm going to be tipping the Demons, obviously.
Yep.
Tip them every week. That's probably the only reason I'm leading the tipping competition right now, because they're 7-0. So,
that is the only reason.
But no, honestly, the Swans scare me. If I wasn't a Demons fan, I'd be tipping the Swans, because they got Rampy rumoured to come back and Franklin rumoured to come back. Rampy is the one that really scares me there. So put him on Fritsch and he'll lock down Fritsch quite easily. I think we need to bring Wiedemann back to get him in there, but I think Hickey is playing that well. He might just dominate Gawn, to be honest, because he's actually like third in the league in clearances as well.
And he's shutting down other ruckmen. That's the main thing.
Yeah. And he's just, he's on a tear, and I think that midfield is going to bully the shit out of us. So you saw last week, Cunnington, 30-odd touches, bullied the shit out of us.
Yeah.
Who's a bigger, better version of Cunnington?
Kennedy and Parker.
They got both of them. So
Yeah.
over the track, they've bullied us, and I think they'll bully us again, especially with no Jack Viney. He's now out for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yep.
He's
your tough,
he's a
tough
tough
guy.
nut. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. But I think it will be a very, very close game. And I wouldn't be against anyone tipping Sydney here, but I'm going to tip the Demons.
Yeah, I'll be tipping Sydney. This is my week that I'm just going to pretty much go as rough as I can. But I'll be going Sydney and Callum Mills most touches.
Have you been doing that the whole time?
Pretty much. So, but yeah, Callum Mills most touches as well for me.
Why's that?
Well, I just think he can play exactly like Aaron Hall did against you last week. So,
Fair.
Yeah, I think he's going to have that role and he's just going to dominate.
Easy.
Showdown, Port by, I'm not even, this is my as least biased as I can be opinion. I think Port win this very easily. I think we win by about 70. And if we don't win it by 70, I'll be disappointed.
I think you're underselling it. I think it'll be 100.
I'm trying to not be a Port Adelaide dickhead
I know.
here, but it's like Crows are hitting their shit, peak of shit right now.
Yeah.
And Port are rebounding off a tough loss. When we lost to West Coast, we came back and won really impressively the next week.
Yeah.
I think we'll do the same here. And I just don't think, who's Crows' key defenders when you've got three tools to go against?
And what's everyone been calling you?
Flat track bullies.
And this is a flat track.
Exactly right.
And you're going to bully the shit out of them.
Yatesy, all the Crows fans who bag me, you like to call us flat track bullies? Well, you're going to get it now, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to get it in spades.
I'm going to take Port by 100 in this one, honestly.
And we get a fresh bloke.
Yeah, fresh spoke as well.
A 4 or 5, I think it's a 3 or 4 time showdown medalist.
Yeah.
I think 3 actually. Ruby Gray's won 5, I believe.
Who have you got for the medal?
I had Ollie Wines last week, and I'm still going to stick with it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be shocked if Robbie Gray kicks 6 and gets it.
Yeah, true.
He just turns it on for showdowns. You don't win 5 medals in a showdown by accident.
Yeah.
He's won the most, I think, or he's tied with Chad Corns.
Yeah.
But I think Port win this one very comfortably. I think it'd be very much the same as a showdown last year.
Yeah. Yeah, if not worse, to be honest.
Not worse.
With bigger quarters.
No, Daniel Talia, it's going to be, I think it could be ugly. I think last year we won by 60 or odd.
Oh, it might have been more, to be honest.
And that was in short quarters.
Yeah.
You take out their best players and break out to Daniel Talia and you insert longer quarters. It should be a massacre. And I'm disappointed if it's not.
Yeah, and I think Dixon's just going to tear up as well.
He should be hearing the critics.
Yeah.
Moving on. Hawks and Eagles. Now, you're going to go with what you just said 5 minutes ago?
No. You know what's really annoying?
You just said this 5 minutes ago.
No. Do you know what's really annoying?
What?
So I was thinking about this before the podcast.
Yeah.
So I was like thinking, all I'm going to do, tip against the Eagles when they're away.
Yeah.
Tip them when they're home. I'm going to tip them this week.
Yeah.
And then the next week as well, they've got some shitter team the next week as well.
Wow.
And then...
Probably playing North Melbourne or something.
No, it's even worse than that, I think. I think it's Collingwood.
Oh, God.
No, it's not Collingwood. But, yeah.
It's probably Crows. It is Crows.
Yeah, it is the Crows. Yeah, it's the Crows.
It's the Crows.
It's meant to be Optus Stadium, but it won't be Optus Stadium.
It's Adelaide.
No, it's meant to be Optus Stadium.
Yes, but it's in Adelaide now, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's going to get moved.
100%.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so I'm going to be taking the Eagles in this one. I will be taking the Crows next week, though.
There you go. Interesting. Eagles and me. Hawks just aren't good enough.
No, they're not.
Dogs and Blues. I'll be taking the Dogs. I'm going. Probably might be the first time I've gone against Carlton bar the Port game this year. Dogs bounce back at the G. At Marvel. They're too good at Marvel. They bounce back.
Dogs 40 plus for me.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't mind that. I think Carlton had their bit of their grand final-ish game last week that they had to win, and then there'll be a step back to reality.
Yeah, a couple of big outs for them as well.
And the Lions Freo at the Gabba to end around. Lions for me pretty easily.
Lions, yeah, Freo has sort of shown they had a little bit of a purple patch as well.
Yeah.
And I think the Lions are just the real deal at the moment.
I think they are
pumping teams.
Write them off and back on.
Yeah, and now this is in the Gabba. They sleep in their own beds 2 weeks in a row. You know we love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be easily taking the Lions here.
I'll also be taking Hipwood and Danaher about 5 each.
Yeah, and Daniel Rich most touches.
Don't mind that because they give up to defenders, don't they?
Get on it.
But I really like the two Lions key forwards to tear up.
Jeez, there's some juice in the betting world this week.
I know we've really previewed it nicely, haven't we?
Yeah, we might make it like $5 or $6 this week.
We just might. All right, that's our round preview for round 8. Round 8 preview done.
Round 8, yep.
Now kicking on to your favourite segment that just never loses, the Matt's Multi.
Multi. So you're gonna have to post this one this week, Cam.
I will post it.
It's a ripper. So definitely be posting this one.
Well, won't be taking too much editing time, will it, with 2 legs?
Yeah, exactly right. So just like me, 2 legs. Where is it? Oh, I've lost it. That's all right.
Just like me, 2 legs, all right.
I remember. So this week, get up the thing again. So last week, a team by the name of Carlton won, but gave up 100 points.
Yes,
high scoring game of the season.
103, 109, whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was 106 points.
Right in the middle.
86 of them were off turnovers.
Wow.
So who is going to turn the ball over and go coast to coast on them?
Western Bulldogs more than anyone.
More than
any team in the NFL.
Apart from the Demons. More than anyone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Western Bulldogs 40 plus.
Love it. They'll be paying a fair bit of juice. What do you think?
It is paying $2.50.
Really?
I think it is.
That's really low.
I know, it's really bad. I'll have a screenshot
$3 or
of it, but it's gone.
Carry on.
Yep, so I might be paying more than that. You can cut this out of Matt's Multi, the video. But yep, so I'll be getting on Western Bulldogs.
Yep.
40 plus.
Like it.
What is it? Can you see what it's paying? I'll edit this out.
$3. I like that.
$3.
$3.
Can you add that into a multi?
Yep. Keep going.
Yeah, and
keep going.
Port 60 plus.
Yeah.
Add that into a multi as well. Just so I see how much it is. I think it's $13.50.
Oh, okay. Continue.
And then I'm also going to be going with one that we talked about before, the Flat Track Bullies, Port Adelaide. I'm going to go for them 60 plus against Port Adelaide. Against Adelaide. Guess how much it's paying?
Say that again.
Guess how much it's paying?
How much?
$6.50.
Can you even get 60 plus in the market?
Yeah, you can. It's in margins.
Fucking hell. Margins. 39? Exact winning margin?
No. Go winning margin.
Winning margin. It's 25 plus. It's the max you can get.
No, I know. Big win, little win then.
Oh my god.
Big win, little win at the top. Or margin winning spread.
Here we go. $4.50.
Yeah, ridiculous.
$4.50, 60
anyway,
plus.
We'll edit this. Right, I'll go again.
YouTube won't be editing. You'll be getting all this.
I'll go again.
Yes.
All right. We go. All right, Matt's multi this week.
Yeah.
We're going with Port Adelaide, 60 plus.
At $4.50.
$4.50 odds. And then we're going to be multing that with Western Bulldogs, 40 plus against Carlton at Marvel. Western Bulldogs, one of the best handballing sides in the comp. And then Carlton gave up 86 points off turnovers last week to a delirious Essendon. And that's going to pay out
$13.50.
$13.50.
You get a boost. Probably take up to about $16.
That is ridiculous odds. And it's only 2 legs. We can only win 1 leg at the moment. So it's going to become Matt's single next week if this doesn't
Pretty
win.
much.
But Matt's multi, week 8. We're going for a big win this week, boys and girls. put $4 or $5
Big
on it.
win, literally.
Literally.
The games too.
2 big wins.
Like it.
Get around it.
All right, not bad, Matt's Multi. I'll definitely edit that out. YouTube, if you're still watching on YouTube, well, you're getting all this, and on Spotify. But anyway, that's that. Beautiful, Matt's Multi. Now we'll end the podcast or the show with our hot wings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first. My hot wing. Get this real quick. It's called my Super Saturday.
I love it.
Hot wing. I'm gonna take the lot.
Super Saturday. I swear I've heard that before.
That's what Fox Footy calls.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, shut up. My Super Saturday. I'm going to tip the line for every game on Saturday, which is 5 games for Saturday. My hot wing. I'll be taking the Giants line -17. I'll be taking the Suns line minus whatever it is. It's probably 0 or -1, whatever. North +22. Love that one. Sydney +23. Love that. And Port -30.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you what. I'm not even saying that as a multi or anything. It'll pay. I mean, 5 lines probably be paying 30 to 1.
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm just taking the line for all those games. Single them, I think. But that's my hot wing. I think I'm feeling very confident about them all. Very confident about them all, especially the plus ones.
Yeah.
Especially the North and the Swans.
I nearly put Sydney line in Matt's multi.
I think 23 is too much.
Oh, it's way too much.
I think if you win, it's going to be about 16.
Yeah, they'll
12.
keep it close, maybe even win. So I think it's a fantastic bet, and I love that call.
And Port -30. I mean, you like it by 60.
Oh,
so
easily.
it's half price.
Well, speaking of, my wing it hot wing of the week
There we go.
is
Yes.
so it was going to be.
Oh, fucking hell, the suspense was over the top.
It was going to be St Kilda to win the next 4 games.
Right.
So they got the Kangaroos.
Oh,
I know who they've got. Right. They got the Kangaroos.
Yep.
But then they've got Richmond. No, they don't have Richmond, actually. They've got Geelong.
They got Geelong next week.
And then they've got Western Bulldogs at Marvel.
That's a terrible call.
So this is not my call anymore.
No, I'm happy you got off that. You didn't even need to tell the listeners.
I'm going to be going.
Poor listeners.
Yeah, anyway. I'm going to be going with Port Adelaide 100 plus.
Yeah, love that.
If you can bet on it, I don't know how much it's paying, but get on it. I think they're going to absolutely pump him in the showdown. Not sure who's going to win the medal. I'm thinking of Dixon. I think Dixon could really kick 10 in this. That's not my hot wing, but I'm going to go with Port Adelaide by 100 plus.
I think I tried finding this last year for the showdown, and you can't actually get it on Sportsbet. I think I had to find it through Bet365, and even then, they still don't really have it. But here we go. Port Adelaide 100 plus, $36.
30. That is juice.
Yep.
That is amazing. I'm going to be getting on that.
Yeah.
100%.
I'll try to sneaky $50 on that.
Yeah, that's a lot. Gamble responsibly.
Irresponsibly.
But no.
Beautiful.
Another great episode.
Brackets, Legs 11 episode done.
Exactly right. So, yeah, thanks for listening. Do really appreciate it.
Yep.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram.
At Winger Podcast.
Follow us on TikTok.
At Winger Podcast.
Have a look at us on YouTube as well.
At Winger Podcast. You'll be getting the raw, uncut version on YouTube this week. You'll see all the blunders and all the bloopers.
The YouTube videos are going off right now.
Yep.
So thanks for your support. Do really appreciate it. And also listen to us on Spotify, where you probably listen to this now.
At Winger Podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Good night.
Ta.